Okay, this is we are converting between standard form and, I need to go back further. This is the wrong lesson. Okay, we're gonna do between standard form and factored form. But this right here is standard form. Standard form goes ax squared plus bx plus c, like that, like you've been seeing it. Factored form has parentheses, like x plus a, x plus b. It might be a minus sign in there. And this is vertex form. This you saw when we were completing the square. So it is x minus h squared plus k. All right. This is standard form. So we're going to take from standard form and go to factored form. So standard form, this is in standard form. To take it to factored form, we use our x and we factor it like I've been teaching you to do. We put 6 in the top, 5 on the bottom. This number goes up top, this one goes on the bottom. I look for factors of 6 that add to be 5. So numbers that multiply to be 6 but also add to be 5 are 3 and 2. Then I write them over here in parentheses, x plus 3, x plus 2. Same thing here. I have this trinomial here. I put negative 10 up in the top of the x and negative 3 in the bottom. And this time, instead of looking for numbers that add to be the middle term, I want them to subtract to be 3. I put my positive and negatives in later. I'm just looking at just the numbers. 5 and 2 subtract to be 3. Now I look to see which one should be negative. And negative 5 and 2 add to be negative 3, but also multiply to be negative 10. And then I put them in the parentheses. So it's in factored form. Okay, standard form to factored form, this is another one. This has a leading coefficient of 3. So remember I taught you to rainbow that. You put negative 15 in the top, you multiply 3 times negative 5, put negative 15 in the top, you put 14 in the bottom. I want factors or numbers that multiply to be 15 but also subtract to be 14. That would be 15 and 1. Then because I multiplied by this 3, I divide by the 3, and 15 over 3 is 5, and 1/3 of course stays the same. This comes into the front. I call that bottoms up. So I've got my 3x minus 1, and then x plus 5 right there. Same thing here, 2 times 35 is 70. I've got 19 there. The two numbers that multiply to be 70 but also add to be 19 are 5 and 14. And you may have to play with that in your calculator a little bit to find those numbers. And then because we multiply by the 2, we divide by the 2. And remember, this is bottoms up. So I do 2x plus 5, and right here, sorry, we don't bottoms up that. That one's simplified, and x plus 7. All right, to go from factored form to standard form, we just multiply our binomials like you've been doing. X times x is x squared, x times 7 is 7x, this is negative 3x, this is negative 21. So my answer when I put these together, because they're like terms, is x squared plus 4x minus 21, and that puts it in standard form. Same thing here, x squared plus 5x minus 3x minus 15. And the two which are like are right here. I put those together, that gives me 2x. Okay, this one's a little bit tricky. This is in factored form, and it has x minus 3 over 2 like this, because that's the way that we do it when we're going between each kind, okay? We don't leave it as 2x minus 3, but I'll explain more of that when we graph later on and explain why we do what we do there. But, so take the 2 and distribute it. And when you do 3 over 2 times 2, that's going to cancel out and become 3. So you have 2x minus 3. Then you do your math. You do your multiplying. You get 2x squared plus 10x minus 3x minus 15. These two are like, and that is 2x squared plus 7x minus 15 for that one. Okay?